had a blast. And when I mean a blast going fishing. And I didn't expect me to. Hey travelers, welcome to Trippin' with Amadi. If you're new to my channel, I revisit some of my fun and exciting times during my travel while I help you out on yours. In today's top 5, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite things that I personally did in Savannah, and I'll get right into it right after the intro. Welcome back. So before I get into my top 5, I just want to say I apologize for not uploading like I regularly do every 2 weeks. I've been having some mic issues. I possibly still might be having some mic issues. But y'all, I'm a new YouTuber. I am working it out, but I promise I will get better with time and with age. Yes. So recently I went to Savannah, Georgia during my winter break. So this is going to be my top 5 favorite things that I personally did while I was there. If you're interested in learning about just what I did in general, I am going to be uploading that video in a week. If you are interested in learning about my personal experience traveling during COVID, that is going to be uploaded as well, and I'll put the card right here. If you are interested in just seeing Savannah visually and not seeing my head move around, I'm going to be uploading a B-roll adventure for you as well. So that means you have to subscribe and click that bell underneath so you can get notified of all the videos that I will be sharing. So now let's get into the list of my top 5 favorite things. So number 5 is going to be visiting a square. So Savannah has 22 squares within the city. Now a square is basically what it is, right? It is a square. It is a square piece of land, similar to like a small park, and Savannah has 22 of those. So you can go on a walking tour where you visit all of the squares in Savannah. The squares are very calm, very quaint. If you are bringing an animal like a dog, you can have your dog run around the square. I personally was near Ellis Square, which is not that far from River Street where our hotel was, and let me just say, River Street is just a really cute place to be around. We were right near the city hall, so it was a really good location. So pat on my back. Number 4 is going to be go visit Jones Street. So Jones Street is dubbed the most prettiest street in Savannah, and it lives up to its name. It is filled with colorful buildings that feed into the colonial architecture of the city and why Savannah is popular for, what Savannah is popular for, rather. It is a really beautiful street, and the streets around it are really pretty as well. While my friend and I were exploring the grammable street that was Jones Street, we saw 2 wedding photo shoots happening. So people know what it is. People know that Jones Street is a really beautiful street, and if you're interested in taking like a nice cute pic, I would definitely suggest Jones Street being that place. I'll put my pic up somewhere around here. Number 3 is going to be go to a haunted house tour. So Savannah is deemed one of the most haunted cities in America, and it's because of various wars on its land, as well as outbreak of yellow fever and malaria. So because of that, there are a lot of mass graves in Savannah, and there's a lot of dead bodies buried underneath places you might not expect, whether it is your hotel, whether it's the restaurant you're eating in, or whether it's just a regular street. So Savannah and the people within tourism kind of lean into that, and there's a lot of available tours for graveyards or houses that have a lot of paranormal activity. I personally am not really that into it. My friend is, so that's why we decided to go there, but I really enjoyed myself. We took a trolley around Savannah to get used to the area, and we went to 2 haunted houses. The first one, the professor that guided us through the tour, he said he grew up in a haunted house. I don't understand. I don't know why I would stay there. Granted, he probably didn't have a choice because he was a child. But still, I would be like, I'm running away, Mom. Something has to happen because these ghosts are getting on my nerves. Anywho, the second haunted house we went to, I got shook. Like, I get really, like, enthralled with, like, the storytelling of something. So when they want to do those oohs and ahs and those pop scare kind of situations, I fall into that trap every single time. I'm definitely the person who's watching the movie along with somebody eating the popcorn and then just, like, jump up. So that definitely happened to me. And some lady actually did that as well, and she fell out of her seat. So it's very entertaining regardless if you are going with a friend, a significant other, or family members. I definitely would recommend you going to a haunted house. Number 2 is going fishing. Now, y'all, I had a blast. And when I mean a blast going fishing. And I didn't expect me to. I expected me to do something like really cute, whatever. But fishing was just a really great experience. I really enjoyed it. And I actually caught a 10-pound fish. So I was just struggling with the idea of like reeling things in. So when I was like reeling this one in, I thought it was just like, you know, my bad upper body strength, like trying to reel some fish in. But in actuality, it was a 10-pound fish, and I felt so proud of myself. I took a picture. I'll post the picture up somewhere around here, and it was a really, really great experience, and it was calming and exciting all at the same time, and I would definitely recommend going fishing. And number 1 is going to a Galagichi Tour. Now, if you're not familiar who the Galagichi people are, there are ancestors of enslaved Africans being put or dropped off in the Low Country Sea Islands, starting from North Carolina, ending all the way down to Florida. And these enslaved Africans were, because they were put in isolated islands, were able to keep and capture and preserve their West African culture, and it got passed down from generation to generation compared to the enslaved Africans on the mainlands of America. And because of that, their culture remained rich. Not saying that regular African American culture is not rich, but their culture is definitely unique to the African American experience. So if you go to Savannah, I definitely would suggest you go to a Galagichi Tour, because it not only talks about the Galagichi people, but also the African Americans on the mainland and the prominence and the importance that they placed within Savannah. I believe African American history is also American history, so it's really important when you go visit a place, whether it's a city, a state, a country, or what have you, it's for you to learn all of the local history, not just the ones that they put on posters. So once again, my top favorite things, just to recap, 5 would be go see a square. Number 4 is going to be go to Jones Street. Number 3 is going to be go to a haunted house. Number 2, go fishing. And number 1, go to a Galagichi Tour. Hopefully you enjoyed this top 5. If you've been to Savannah before, please comment below and tell me the things that I missed. And if you haven't been to Savannah, ask a question. I'll be free to answer them for you. So don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And thanks for stopping by. Bye, you all.